Okay, love is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It is not provoked, nor overly sensitive and easily angered. Stop. It's time to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Love is not, is not, is not rude, is not self-seeking. It is not provoked nor overly sensitive. Every post makes you holler. Overly sensitive. Taking everything as a personal affront. When the church was being persecuted by Saul at that time, Jesus came down and confronted Saul and said, "Why are you persecuting Cookie? No. Why are you persecuting Harvey? No. Why are you persecuting me?" Now, Jesus is dead. He's been ascended into the Father. He's sitting at the right hand. He confronts Paul about how Paul or Saul is treating his people, which he doesn't separate himself from. So you being overly sensitive, or you're saying to yourself, to the world, God's not fighting for me. Jesus is not fighting for me. Oh, let's look at this. Let's look at this with Jesus' eyes. If he will confront Saul before he becomes Paul, call him on the carpet for persecuting his people, or him, his people is him. That's not correct. But his people are him.
Yeah.
Won't he do it? Did he ever stop doing it? Did he ever say, "My people are not me"? He says, "Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I will." Hello. Let God be God. Stop getting offended. They're not, people are not your enemy. They are God's enemy. We are representatives of the kingdom. A representative don't have their own power. They have the power that's been given them from the one who sent them. The last person who was an ambassador from America, right? The last person wrote as, ambassador, to Libya from America. They got in trouble messing with that last person. And why is that? Because he don't have his own power. He didn't send himself. He didn't give himself authority. It was given to him by the President of the United States, which means you mess with him, you mess with the U.S. And we come down with you with the force of the U.S. That's the way it's supposed to be. The leadership empowers his ambassadors. And you mess with the ambassadors and you're messing with the leadership. And that's just in the U.S. This is God's kingdom. This is the kingdom of God. So, in essence, anyone who would dare mess with God's ambassadors are saying, "I want to fight against God." Don't get offended. Know that God will deal with those who mess with his ambassadors, which you are one of.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay?